Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 5 of the Creative Shooters podcast. This week, we got 5 people this time. New setup. We got
Whoa.
Thomas and Shaffer's back
Yes, sir.
after
About
2
time.
missed ones. This week, we got a few topics, a few things that we're going to talk about, but we're going to start off. Thomas, I already told you this. So, the other night, I had a dream. And
Dream.
There it is. There it is.
This dream was so ridiculous that this is the first time in my life I've ever woken up out of a dream, and it was so ridiculous I had to write it down. What happened? Because we all have those dreams sometimes where it's just the craziest shit ever. Like why anyone would even think of it.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense at all.
And that's how I felt with this one. So I basically woke up out of my sleep and instantly grabbed my phone and pulled up my notes. And so I'm straight out of sleep. So this isn't typed very well, but I'm gonna read off exactly what I typed. Dude, it was ridiculous. So it says a dream about snipers, but with golf balls and spin on the ball. So basically, the dream was I know for a fact Mark was there for some reason. We're shooting sniper rifles, but instead of bullets, it's golf balls. And so then I wrote down specifically an AX-50. So I was dreaming about a sniper from Modern Warfare, but shooting a golf ball out of it. I say people just around getting picked off. So people are just getting dome rocked with these golf balls. And
Oh, jeez.
and then I said, I have an axe, and it just turns into Minecraft.
What the hell?
This is the best part. I say, trying to change into creative mode so I don't get sniped. This is I don't know why I wrote this down. And then I say something about the FOV is changing. Like my fucking first person POV is just changing. And then apparently me and Mark were talking about how like certain snipers, how you have to lead them, because in this dream the spin that the snipers would get was like gun specific, so a certain sniper would have a certain spin on the ball. Like, dude, this is the stupidest shit ever.
They got the top spin and the back spin on them.
Dude, it was ridiculous. And then the last sentence, it just says, "What the fuck happened to my brain? I think it actually melted." And then I instantly, after I wrote that, I locked my phone and went straight back to sleep. So yeah, that's my dream story. I thought that shit was so funny. I had to say it.
Oh, God.
The funniest part is just
That's so funny.
the fact that
It changed the Minecraft?
it changed to Minecraft. And I tried to
Trying to
change
go
into
into
creative
Like, I'm not
mode.
trying to get sniped.
Oh my god, that shit was too funny.
Like,
Bro,
how
real
did
talk?
trying to go into creative go? Like, what was happening?
Dude, I don't know. I guess like in my eyes, I guess I just had a HUD and I just pulled up the chat and started typing it in. But like it was just through my brain typing it in. I wasn't actually doing anything.
And the FOV was changing, like when you're sprinting and it starts and stops, and it's like
Yeah, so it was like, I was tripping out.
Oh.
What were
I
you gonna
was
say,
all over
Jayden?
the place, bro.
Bro, real talk. The worst dreams are when you're falling and you wake up when you're about to hit the ground.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, dude.
Have you guys ever tried to lucid dream? Not by
How
Juice
do you
WRLD?
try? Like, how do you force
I
a
haven't
lucid dream?
Well, I've
Um,
seen
I
shit
can do
before
it.
where you just like you basically lay down flat on your back with your arms to your sides.
It's
so
hard.
like how I
Yeah.
sleep every night.
Yeah. See, the thing is, I get worried about that because
Because-
I don't want to do that, but I sleep on my back a lot and I get scared.
I've not like tried to lucid dream, but I've had lucid dreams before where I'm like asleep, but I feel like I'm like moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can intentionally start a lucid dream if you do something so often in real life it becomes a habit, like checking a clock or a watch on your wrist. Because when you're dreaming, every time you look at that thing, the time will be different.
Yeah.
It won't be consistent. And you can use that to go, oh, I know I'm dreaming, and that's when you're aware of it, and then you can do whatever the hell you want. So,
I'm glad I don't have a clock in my room.
yeah.
I never want to experience
Are you
that.
saying that if you dream, you'd just be in your room? That's the only place you'd be?
Well, you were saying like, oh, so you don't have to like look at the same clock.
No, no. Anything with time that's supposed to move at a linear rate will not be consistent in the
Oh
dream.
shit, I check clocks a lot, bro.
So, yeah.
I gotta stop checking the time.
Especially when
I
you're
gotta-
working, you check every 5 minutes. Like, what the
Yeah.
hell, bro?
I gotta judge it off the sun now. That's how I gotta do it.
Get a sundial.
Son.
Yeah. All right.
Dude, look at the sun. It's approximately 5:37 p.m. right now.
Okay, enough
Based
with
on
the
shadow
fucking
on the
dreams.
sundial.
We'll get into what originally I said in the last podcast we were gonna at least talk about it a little bit. This Logic album. Jayden, you listened to it without us. Me, Thomas, and Mark listened to it together.
I listened to
So-
it once right before I went to bed, and that was what, 2 days ago now.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Did you have any sort of feelings about it?
Dude, I thought it opened like fucking hot, bro. First two tracks, I'm like, this is amazingly good. And then it was just like lyrical miracle. Like, I swear to God, I heard that one of the bars.
Well,
was
yeah, he
Miracle
did.
Miracle.
It's that
He
bar.
basically
Yeah.
he tried to make fun of it, but he low key did it the whole album.
Yeah, and he just rapped for fun because why not? I liked Amen. Like you said, you like that NBA commercial when you first saw it, and you was like, "Yo, this sounds actually really good."
Yeah,
I like that song, and none of the songs really sounded bad. But like you said, like when you were texting me, there's not a lot of replay value.
yeah. It's because the first track is just just him rapping, and people wanted to hear that. But when I heard the first track, I'm like, all right, decent opener. But then he did it for the rest of the album. Like he just did that
Yeah.
same thing. And I feel like kind of bragging that you only have 5 hooks on your album probably isn't a good thing, to be honest. Like I know you're a rapper, bro, but come on, man, put some hooks on the songs. Bro.
Yeah. Also, documenting in one of the songs that you wrote the whole thing in a week, and you still have lines about you buying baby wipes to wipe the shit off your ass.
Yeah. See, that track was supposed to be about like him just being a dad, but like
Yeah.
I don't
in the
care what
song,
context it's in. This dude's like
Yeah,
talking about
it's
meeting a
fucking
fan and
ridiculous.
scratching his balls and then shaking his hand right after. Like, what the fuck? Like, why, bro? Why did you have to
it's like,
say that?
oh, you want me to rap about my everyday? Okay, this is what I do every day. But it's so weird what he
Yeah.
says.
Yeah, it's just not right, man.
All the fans who have met him in real life are like, ugh. So it's I don't know I don't know what dad bod is. We knew going into it, didn't we? We saw the title of the track.
Dude,
and we
as
were
soon
like,
as he
Yeah.
released the track list and I saw Dad Bod, I was instantly just scared. I knew that one was just not gonna turn out well.
And then there's Perfect, right? Which is like nothing else on the album. It's just like some
Yeah,
outlier that
that's
sounds completely
yeah,
different.
it's just not. It shouldn't have even been there.
I saw today LeBron was showing some love, so I guess that's all that matters, right?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are
Apparently.
saying they like it, but that's coming off of like, you know, how many years of
Misses
just
he had in a row.
mediocre shit.
Mm.
Yeah,
But-
like compared to his other stuff, this wasn't bad. It's obviously better than his other stuff. Like past time, I don't know how many years. I haven't listened to him since this album.
5 years probably,
Yeah, fine, yeah.
4 or 5.
Like you said, Jayden, the first 2 tracks were good. I did enjoy those. Those were hitters. I would definitely listen to
Yeah.
them again. But past that, it's like, you know,
Like, I think, to be
it
honest,
just
the
doesn't
only
hit for
ones
me.
that I'll listen to again, like, I literally have no want or need to listen to it again. Like, I haven't even in my, you know, if I want to like talk about an album, I'll listen to it a couple times, but like, I don't even want to listen to it again. That's the thing. So I just didn't. But I'd say the only ones that will probably listen to more than once is the second track, which, what's it called? Hit My Line, I think.
Yeah.
Amen,
Yeah.
and then the one, I think it's before Amen. It's the one with the 80s sample or whatever on the hook. Heard 'Em Say, I think it's called. That one. But those are the only ones that I would say have any sort of replay value for me. And those 3 have hooks, so I think that kind of shows
Yeah, that's probably
why they have some replay value.
I saw a thing on Twitter. It's projected like 75 to 85,000 sales. Is that good?
In the streaming era, it's really not that bad. But like when you're talking about like, because Juice World, his did like almost 500K.
It was over 500. It was over.
It was
500,
over?
I think.
Oh
I think
god.
pretty sure it
It
was
was
Yeah.
over.
like
It was like
517
500.
or something.
Yeah.
So
517. It was like 517 around there.
and I mean, there was a little bit more hype around that, obviously. Plus, he's just a bigger artist, anyways. But I just think when you're comparing numbers from years ago to like now, where it's all about streaming, it gets so fucked. Like, streaming numbers just ruin everything.
Yeah.
Like the actual popularity of an album.
It's super confusing.
Because, you know, there were rap records that were coming out and doing fucking 800K first week, but then one that is just as popular that came out last year could have done, you know, 75, 80K. It's just, it doesn't correlate well. I don't know.
But the ways they like look at plays to see like if it's a like platinum record and stuff is done the same way it used to be, when it shouldn't
Yeah.
be because everything else has changed. It's so bad.
Yeah, it's really confusing. But I was gonna say, I was telling you, Jayden, it's, the songs weren't bad, but I'm not gonna listen to it again. And I don't know if it's just because I just listen to different music now, and I'm just not really, I just don't want to listen to any of his music.
Yeah.
Like, even if he put out something that was, you know, just as good as like Under Pressure or something, I might not enjoy it as much as I did Under Pressure, because I, you know, was listening to different music then. The only reason I just always gave Logic a chance was because he's the whole reason I listened to rap music in the first place. In like, I think early 2014 or something. Because before then, I literally listened to like nothing. I just didn't listen to music.
Yeah.
I just don't even remember.
Yeah.
But
No, bro. Remember, you and I were
Oh,
at
no.
the mall together, and I bought you that Drake poster.
oh yeah, well I mean,
Was that
I had
was that
like
Thank Me Later?
no, I don't think it was a poster of an album. It was just a poster of Drake.
Oh, okay.
But um, I know for a fact I had songs bought on iTunes and stuff. I probably had Forever bought for
Oh, for sure.
that's I think that's a guarantee.
That's a gimme.
Um, but so I always gave Logic a chance, but I think I'm kind of glad he's done because I feel like if he were to release anything, I just wouldn't enjoy it as much as I would years ago.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Real quick,
'Cause-
while we're talking about, are you gonna continue on with this or?
I was kind of gonna transition, but you can go ahead and say what you were gonna say.
Okay, I was just gonna say real quick while we're talking about old music. You said like when you first discovered rap.
Mm.
What's the oldest song you guys can remember that you bought on your phone?
The oldest song,
Like
like
the first
oldest,
one,
like the
first one that you bought.
first one I bought.
Yeah, it's like the loudest, like the farthest one back you can remember.
You guys know who Ray William Johnson is, right?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You know Equals 3, Jayden? You remember that old YouTube
yeah,
show?
yeah, you got me into him. Yeah,
He made
Oh, no.
music at one point.
yeah, bro, I bought one of his too because of you. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I had a bunch of those songs that I bought because I was like fucking 11 and I just thought that was the greatest shit ever. It was amazing.
So it wasn't doing your mum, right?
No, it was. You know what
Okay.
Your Favorite Martian is? That's like what he created. At
Yeah,
one
right.
point, it was the biggest music channel on YouTube.
Hmm.
And then whoever he had signed a deal with, they just didn't want him. They were working on an album and they ended up never releasing it because they couldn't like get a deal right, and the project was completely retired. Like they haven't done shit in, I don't know, 8 years or something.
Wonder how that
But-
dude's
Right.
doing.
Because they were like getting real serious towards the end of it, like when they were about to make the album, and like some of the songs they came out with, I legit could listen to today. Like I sometimes will go back and listen to a couple of them because they're actually fucking heat, bro. They're nice. They seriously are. But yeah, well, probably some of those. Those are the ones that I can remember.
I can't really think. My oldest, I remember like the old Tyga songs, but the only album that's coming to my head right now is Bad Meets Evil. I don't know if you guys even listen to that because I know you guys don't really like Eminem, but Bad Meets Evil, I bought that album.
I know the album you're talking about, but no, I haven't heard it. I'm looking this up real quick. When was this? 2014. Okay, never mind then.
Shafe, what about you, bro?
I think the first album I bought was a Future album in like 2010, 2011. I think it's called Pluto 3D.
Young Shafe. Bumping
This
the
dude.
Future.
I love
Jesus Christ.
I think Future is like the reason why I listen to like hip hop and rap music, and then I discovered trap.
So what you're saying is Future got you into shit music. Okay, I got you. I'm playing.
Wow,
I'm playing.
that's tough.
You really had to go out like
that.
that, bro.
I like Dirty Sprite too. I'm not gonna dog on you.
That's
too
a
hard.
fire album. That's
You
a
just
good
cut
one.
him deep.
Hold
That
on, what's
was-
better though?
Ooh.
What's better though? Dirty Sprite 2 or Rodeo?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I was gonna say don't put Shafe in that predicament, but he answered that like there's nothing.
Instantly.
No,
he
I was
just
like
went,
I
"Yep,
was answering
radio."
I was asking that to everyone because that was
Oh,
I saw
Rodeo,
that on
for sure.
Twitter the
Because
other
I don't
day.
fucking
and-
know.
Okay. Well, you've listened to Rodeo, so you can say Rodeo.
I've heard radio, yeah. I was asleep by the end of it.
yeah.
Do you remember? I was lying in my bed, and it was the last track, and I was like,
Well, no,
struggling
you
to
didn't
stay
listen to
awake.
the very last one. I
Oh, the
forced
second
you.
last.
I forced you to listen to "Okay, Alright" with Schoolboy Q, and that
Yeah,
last
yeah,
bit is some crazy shit. And I knew it would put you to sleep anyways. That's some teleport you to another dimension type shit.
Dude, I was dead. I was gone.
Okay.
I never had, just with what Jayden was saying. I never had an iPhone or
Yeah.
iTunes. ever, so I really never bought music. I didn't really listen to it on my own until I was maybe 14, like
Mhm.
2014 around then, and yeah, it would have been like mid 2014, and I don't know why, but I started listening to Save Rock and Roll, which is a Fall Out Boy album, and they have a um they all the video clips make like a short movie, a 46-minute like film.
Mhm.
And I don't know the track list of the album. I only know the track list in order of the video clips in the film, like how they. So I could not tell you the order of the songs. I know what the first one and the last one is because it's the same. Other than that, I have no idea.
Yeah.
But their next album came out just after. It was like early 2015 that came out, and that's pretty good. And then I sort of just started actually listening to music. I started just getting Spotify trials because with PlayStation you could get a 2-month trial instead of a 1-month trial, and I alternated between 3 different accounts because I didn't want to
Oh.
pay money because I'm scared. So and then I just went, fuck it, I'll just spend the $12 a month that it is
Yeah.
here, and I started listening to stuff, and then I listened to a lot of older music that I'd heard all the time growing up, and then I started to put that in playlists and everything, and then now I just listen to like a melting pot of like 15 different genres.
Yeah.
But in terms of just buying music, I have no idea. I don't know. But
Real
I
quick,
have stuff on vinyl now. I don't have anything on CD.
I wanted to say, because you were talking about Spotify trials, do you guys remember
Oh
in
no.
I think 2015? I think it ended in 2015, but it started in like 2013. You know, the Beats Music app. It was
No.
basically like Apple Music, and I think Apple Music. I think Apple bought that out and turned it into Apple Music.
Right.
They're like part of Beats now, aren't they? Didn't they buy
Yeah,
Beats?
I think so. So there was basically a Beats app, and it worked like Apple Music, where it was just streaming, and that you could do weekly trials, and I would just make a new account every fucking time and get a weekly trial. I did that shit for like 2 years, bro. That was how I listened to music. But Mark, you're the last person. What were you? What was young Mark listening to?
Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't remember. I hold on, cause I the like the first album that I remember buying, or even just songs in general, cause I really didn't even buy music. But the first like thing I remember buying was Dirty Sprite 2
Hey,
on my like old ass iPhone, bro. I remember buying that shit because I was so hyped for it. Um, I remember like way back in the day. I'm talking like, bro, when I was like little, I was out there bopping to like Backstreet Boys, but
Oh, damn
I never,
straight, bro.
I never like bought any of their stuff. But the first thing I remember actually buying was 30 Sprite 2 with an iTunes gift card that I got for like my
No?
birthday or something.
Nope.
Okay.
oh, he's back.
Well, off of that, what I was gonna go into, something that I did enjoy that came out this Friday was the newest Taylor Swift album.
Yeah.
Listen to that. It was still me, Thomas, and Mark. We listened to that right after the Logic album, and dude, I just don't know if it's just I'm just a pop music guy now. Like I listen to so much of it, dude. It's just it's just I can just listen to it a lot more. I don't know. It just so much more replay value with it to me.
Yeah, I definitely feel you on
But
that one.
Jayden, I really feel like you should give it a listen because any sort of opinion you have on Taylor Swift previously, this is like a lot different.
Well, I liked
Yeah.
Lover. Was that a single or was that off that album or whatever? But I like that song.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
It
the
was
title
off
of the
that
album, but
album.
there was a song called that. Yeah. But this album is like it's more. A lot of people are saying it's basically Lana Del Rey, but you know, there's plenty of differences. Plus, it's just the voice is a lot different.
Yeah, it also doesn't all
Mhm.
sound the same. So.
Yeah.
Well, we discussed this before when we were listening to it. We kind of agreed that she wasn't just trying to make like a pop hit, like to go on the radio. Like, you know,
Yeah, that's
it
Yeah.
was.
I honestly like, even no matter what anyone else thinks of it, it's probably gonna win Grammys. Like,
Oh,
even
definitely.
like I could have listened to that once and been like, yeah, that's gonna win Grammys.
I
It
just
helps
think
that it's
nice.
Taylor
It's
Swift,
the kind of
but
genre. It's really nice. Like
yeah,
it just sounds good. It's a nice album. And
Yeah.
I don't like Taylor Swift. I don't like what she does. Like, not her music. But
mm.
and there's a bunch of songs on Lover that make me want to drive a nail through my temple. But but Folklore is just a
Alright.
nice album. I don't know what
Yeah,
to say.
it really is. I just I don't know, man. I'm just moving farther and farther away from rap. I talked about it with Thomas and Mark. Like, there's only like 3 or 4 rappers that I will look forward to an album from, or any sort of music from at this
Kendrick,
point.
bro.
See, the thing is, like, I'm gonna think it's good music, but there's not an insane amount of songs from Damn that I listen to.
I don't know. Like, damn, I could listen to that for days, bro.
Mhm.
Like, there's not like a skip, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just me liking Kendrick and fangirling over Kendrick Lamar, but I don't know. I just think the album's really good.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that
I'm
album is
just
really good.
But
falling.
the album is really good, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just falling more away from that genre of music. Just kind of, I just want to hear some shit where I'm just, you know, I feel like the fucking SpongeBob meme, where I'm just floating into the air.
You want to hear some shit where you're getting hit by golf balls from a sniper rifle in a dude?
Yes, yes, that's what I want to hear.
Going
But
into
I
creative
like
mode,
I
trying
can't
not to
even,
die.
dude. I feel like I can't even listen to any popular songs at the moment because it's all.
Just the new J. Cole songs?
See, I really like the what the fuck what's the first track called?
I haven't listened to either of them, so
I
I
have
don't know.
no. I
Okay,
don't
the
remember.
very first one,
I'll
he
pull it up
produced it
for you.
himself. That shit was nice, bro.
Oh yeah, that
It's
one's
just
it.
him going off for like 5 minutes. But the second track was produced by T Minus and Jetson, and also J Cole. And I hate that beat. I'm not feeling that beat.
Are you
but
talking about Lewis Street?
yeah,
or-
that. It's
Yeah,
like
the first song is The
two-pack
Climb
of
Back.
albums. Yeah, that's the one. That one is nice, bro.
That one was just produced by him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, I can listen to some J Cole songs, but even like KOD, I don't listen to really any songs off of there.
You like the interlude on there, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I like the album. It's just I just don't listen to it. I don't know. When I just pull up fucking iTunes and I want to listen to some shit, I'll put on shuffle on my library, and I don't even have those albums in my library. Like,
Bro, do you remember you came over for, I think it was New Year's. It was just you and I at my house. And this was the time when Russ just released a single like every week. We just listened to Russ all night. I cannot stand that dude anymore, bro.
oh, for
Right.
sure. That's
That
how I
night-
feel.
That night, I'm like, dude, all these songs are so good. Because that's what I thought then. I'm like, dude, these are so good. I like these songs. Not anymore.
Well, because it was like that shit was like 2015, bro. That was like there's some gems from that time, but I don't know. I just
I can't
him
come back, bro. I
releasing
can't.
so much music. Dude, when he released that debut album, and I, no joke, came home from school and listened to it, and I was sitting in my chair, headphones in, just listening to it, and I fell asleep sitting up in my chair. And
Dang.
from then on, I couldn't listen to him anymore.
If you fell asleep to that one, don't even press play on Zoo. That album is garbage.
I
do not
didn't.
like
I
that
didn't even
album at all.
have
I do not like
a
it.
want or need to listen to that shit, bro. I don't know. There's just there's plenty of artists where I just can't do it anymore. I don't know.
I think I've been on the Russ hater bandwagon for a while now and just don't like any of his music whatsoever.
I used to think
Like,
that dude bought, bro, but now it's like you said, Jayden, Logan,
Bro,
bro,
he
I just
really
don't listen
he
to it anymore.
has some songs that are just
He
hitters.
does.
Like,
But now it's like his music now just isn't good.
mhm. Yeah. See, I'm just looking through my library right now, and it's just a whole bunch of girls. That's about all I
there
can
it
say.
is.
Like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know. There's not really any artists that really pique my interest a whole lot, to be honest, anymore.
Oh, stop it, Mr. Juice World. Stop that.
Well, I'm being honest, like, bro, that's my favorite artist, and I don't really have anyone else I listen to. So,
Guys, I have lost all happiness in music. I can no longer listen to anybody.
I've got at
Please.
least 10 that I can
well,
count
I'm
on.
talking about like rap wise. Like, rap is just.
Yeah. That's why you just listen to
Eh.
white noise, full volume on your speakers, and you just sit there like.
I'm gonna mention this because I am seeing it in my library, and plus I have it behind me. Jayden, if Lord releases an album this year, I'm gonna go crazy. But I think it's supposed to be next year. That's one that I can genuinely look forward to.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because the last one is going to be 4 years if it's released
Yeah.
next year. Dude, she hasn't missed.
Not at all. Not a
People
not a
really
single
think that
song.
melodrama is bad. That's insane.
Not a single song, bro. Not just project. Not a single
Bro.
song, dude.
To
Oh my
release something
God.
that good at 16 years old, I can't even I don't even know. I don't have the words to describe it. That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Hey, didn't Chief Keef release Love Sosa at like 16?
Yeah.
I had to say it.
I saw this
That
thing on
sounds
Twitter the
funny.
other day. It's like, damn, Chief Keef been around so long. This cat's only 25.
He's
like,
23 and he's been popular since we were all in like middle school.
oh my
Yeah.
god.
That's amazing.
I think we can all agree though that the best song is just "Fallen Kingdom" by Try Hard Ninja and Captain Sparkles.
Oh
so-
yes, 100%.
Yeah.
I can't even listen to Viva La Vida the same.
I know.
I only hear the Minecraft version.
It's with the same line, like, and then you're like, is it chunks would load or seeds would rise? Like, I don't know which one it's gonna be.
Oh my lord.
I feel like compared to everybody else, I'm like on the opposite side of the spectrum when it comes to music.
Shape, you're all rap, bro. You don't listen
Yeah,
to
you were
anything
just
but
straight
Yeah.
rap, bro.
No
R&B.
women. It has to be
What?
men.
If it's
an
not rap,
R&B.
it at least has a trap clap and a hi hat in it.
It's R&B.
Okay. I'll give it to you.
By R&B, do you mean Roy Woods?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say that's kind of on the border, bro.
You got a little bit of trouble with it, friend. Bro, that shit's a
One big
banger.
up yourself.
Yeah, Shaffer, I don't think has ever even attempted to listen to a woman in his life. in music.
Do you mean in music or in
I
general?
like Lord.
I'm
I like
probably
Lord.
both, but in music is what I was talking about.
I like
Bro.
Lord.
Yeah, Shafe likes Lord. Do you remember Logan, I think we were at your house and Team came on or something, and Shafe's like, dude, this is my shit.
It's because I know for a fact Tennis Court is on GTA, so he's probably listened to that song about 8 million times.
Shafe, do you still play GTA?
Not as a
Every
He
day.
just plays NASCAR, dude.
Bro,
Plays
NASCAR playing NASCAR when I was younger, driving on the track backwards and just.
Joe Mater.
It literally.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude,
yeah,
do you mean the wrong way or backwards, like made it from cars?
No, like turning a car around and just head on smashing people, bro.
Bro, you turn cautions off and just fucking cause the biggest pile up in NASCAR history.
Yeah, and then there'd be 4 cars left in the race, and you go from 43rd to 1st in 3 laps. You play on Bristol, so it's the smallest.
Yeah, you gotta
track.
play on Bristol, so it's the smallest fucking track possible. You just spin around
I
instantly.
swear, the older I get, it seems like everybody has the same exact childhood. Where
Dude,
like
Oh, for sure.
Bro.
we watch the same like TV shows. We listen to the same music. We do the same shit all the time.
Well, everyone our age knows like a bunch of '80s music just from our fucking parents.
80s,
all the
90s.
'80s rock bands like Nirvana and
Oh yeah.
Well,
all that stuff.
they're 90s.
Yeah,
Their
I was
first
gonna say
album came out in
Nirvana's not.
89.
Probably
80s, 90s is.
someone
But
I'm trying to think,
just,
but
you know, it's just good music. I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
It's not my fault,
It is.
guys.
okay. I guess now we can talk about, since we were talking about Logic earlier. He did, for some reason, just get a 7-figure deal to exclusively stream on Twitch.
Is that all the information about the contract that was released? Just at
Yeah.
7 figures? Or is
We
there
just
Well,
know
we
that
know
it's
that he's
7
going to be
figures.
doing like studio stuff on the streams.
Yeah,
and
he
stuff
he
that.
like they said what he's gonna be doing. Like he's obviously gonna be streaming games, and then it said something about live studio sessions. Even
Yeah,
though
I
he's
saw
not
that
releasing
too.
albums, I guess he's gonna be making music on stream, which is weird.
Yeah, it's gonna be like the chat's gonna be like, "Oh, release this." You're like, "You want this released? All right," and then I'll put it up. Like, you know, you're
Yeah,
retired.
that's
Yo, I
exactly
should
what
make
it's
an
gonna be.
album.
Yeah,
He's like, wait,
Twitch
that's the
exclusive
song.
album. Twitch exclusive album.
Twitch exclusive.
Twitch exclusive. You can only find it on my Twitch channel.
You already found out my
Oh
Twitch,
my
bro.
god.
You can, if you sub, you get the album. That's how it works.
That's what it's gonna be.
Yeah, I saw him like before he dropped the album. He's like, "Everybody subs. You can comment and interact
Dude.
in the stream."
Well,
like,
yeah, I was
do
watching
you
the stream
need
a little
more
bit.
money?
I was watching the stream a little bit, and people were fucking gifting 100 subs left and right. It was ridiculous.
Thousands of dollars.
But
Thousands of dollars.
He
Like as
doesn't-
if he doesn't have enough money already.
I will say, I said this the night when I was watching it. I might like honestly watch him a couple times because, dude, he's a funny ass dude for real.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He was making me laugh just watching the stream.
Bro, peak logic. I found this on my phone the other day. It's like when he first blew up. It's like right after XXL. He's like, "I don't fuck with nobody. I don't go outside. Like literally, I barely go outside." Like that's when Logic was the best, bro.
And now he still doesn't, but he fucks his wife all the time. So the only reason I know that is because he says it all the time. That's
Making babies.
but this deal just makes me so confused as how these fucking Twitch deals and streaming deals they're just throwing them out left and right now to fucking anyone that has any sort of
But they have the money, right?
reputation. Yeah, they do. Cause like
But what was Logic pulling on that one stream? Like Friday, Logan? How many
he was
viewers
pulling
did he
like
have?
20,000, or no, not 20,000.
There was like 70 something K.
It was 90.
Right?
It was like 90.
That's,
He
Nice.
almost
that's
okay.
insane,
he
bro.
almost peaked at 100K. It was like 98
Like,
was the
that's
highest
insane.
or something.
Right, okay.
It might have peaked while the album was going, but I wasn't
So
watching it then.
dude's pulling viewers, bro.
I mean, that was him streaming before his final album came out, but
Oh yeah.
I'd imagine he'd still have quite a bit.
His next stream has like 20 people watching.
Yeah.
So this dude retires so he can spend time with his family, but he signs a deal. So he
Yes,
can
exactly.
Be on Twitch all the time. Like,
Well, I
don't get
mean,
that.
Jayden, we talked about last week, like him saying that him, not having the pressure of making music and the whole music industry, he'll have more time to interact with fans, and I guess that's what he was hinting at was he was
Right.
gonna start streaming on
Oh.
Twitch.
But I thought he emphasized like a lot about being with his family, his wife and his kid.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, he can stream from home.
yeah.
Yeah, but he's gonna be like, what if they walk in on the stream? You think he'd be like freaking out?
Probably not.
Get out! Get
Yeah.
out!
This is Twitch exclusive.
Yeah.
that echo.
Yeah,
You have to sub. You can't watch.
You have to sub.
You have to sub. You can't talk to me unless you're subbed. Sorry.
I'm just waiting for the first like pro athlete to sign a deal. I feel like that's coming
Yeah,
soon, unless
It'll
it
happen.
like
It'll happen.
unless it interferes with their contract with whatever league they're in, and they just can't sign it. It's either that or they'll when they retire they'll fucking sign it or whatever. But
Yeah.
That's gonna happen eventually. There's so many athletes that stream. It's the same shit as Logic. You're just feeding money to fucking people that have so much of it.
billionaires.
Out of football, baseball, and basketball, what has the youngest retiring age? Is it football?
Football.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
definitely, yeah.
So I think like a bunch of people from that, when they retired, might do that, because really, like, if you're in your like mid to late 30s, a lot of people just they have a family, they don't concern themselves with doing the streaming stuff, and they just sort of have millions and millions and millions of dollars, and they just like, I'm set. See you later.
I mean, I guess these NBA
And then
players are
Logic's
just like,
I
hey,
need more millions of dollars.
these NBA players are just like, bro, I'm making $7 million a year for riding the bench. I might as well make a few million more fucking streaming on Twitch. Like, it's so weird.
The money you
Yeah,
can
it's-
make as a big streamer is insane. Like
Mhm.
just compared to 20 years ago, the way you can just make money by being a personality, but you don't need like you don't need to be on a TV show and like have a contract with a network or whatever. You can just go on a website and be like, "Hey, this is me." You get a following. Like Dr. Disrespect, he did something nobody else was doing. He had a character. Bang! He just had followers. It just went up and up and
Well,
up.
now he has no
and-
followers.
That's true, but he just made, dude. That guy would be making so much money. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, dude's
Well,
already you already know multi-millionaire easy right now.
Thomas, you
100%.
were telling me
That dude's got bands.
you were telling me about one dude that made like in one stream made like $200,000. What was that
Yeah.
again?
So I don't know his name. I don't know his name, but he's Australian and he does YouTube content for Escape from Tarkov.
Oh,
And-
that's what it was. Oh lord.
Yeah, it was, and it's been around for like 2 years, and there was like the week period where it just went and just peaked on Twitch, like just like ridiculous numbers of viewers, like multi tens of thousands on different channels playing the game.
Yeah.
And this guy had like 120,000 viewers, and he was something like that. It might have been like, it was like between 80 and 120, and he had mid-roll ads set to every 5 minutes on his Twitch stream. That's
Oh,
fast.
that's
Like,
what it was. Yeah.
honestly, that's like immoral. That's shitty, especially when you have that many people watching. And
Yeah.
just from advertising alone, people figured out he would have made 120K.
That's ridiculous.
And that's not including subs or donos. So
That's just ridiculous.
what the fuck? And
I don't
people are like,
blame
oh, he
him, though.
deserves it. He's been on this like he's been on this grind making Tarkov content, and it's like, dude, nobody deserves to make money by having ads every 5 minutes on a stream. Like, fuck
Yeah.
off, turn that shit off.
No, I feel like
Oh.
there's a lot of NBA players or anyone that just is a straight up celebrity and they just start streaming, like Logic.
Isn't Juju streaming?
Yeah, Juju's been
Oh, yeah, he's been streaming.
fucking streaming for
Is he
Hey, what are you
Phase
doing back
now?
there, dude?
Yeah,
He's
he's
big
been a
chilling,
part of
bro.
Phase.
But what was I gonna say? It was someone like Logic, where dude is just most likely set for fucking life unless he throws it all in the fucking stock market and loses every single cent.
Yeah.
Like he should just turn subs off. Like, don't turn off donations and shit. Like, why do you have donations?
Well,
Because he
dude's
knows
already-
people are gonna give it to him.
Like I can understand having like the bits and subs and stuff.
Yeah.
Donations is like Twitch doesn't do that for you. You set that shit up.
Yeah.
So for him to have donations is ridiculous to me. Because if people are gonna donate, they'll just do it through bits. You still get the same amount of money. Like, it's pretty much exactly the same as donating, but just through Twitch. But for you
So
to
it
set
means
up
he
donations
or somebody
is
else went
ridiculous.
out of their way to set up a thing through X Solar or whatever they're using for their donations, and just went, sweet, like people are just gonna pay me thousands of dollars.
Mhm.
But people were gifting subs and shit anyway. Like 200 subs is $1,000 US. People are just dropping that like back to back
Yeah,
on his stream.
that's just crazy.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, I don't know where these exclusivity deals are going. I think they're ridiculous at this point, especially like
But like, yeah, the Dr. Disrespect had one, and then Twitch was like, see ya.
yeah,
And
they gave it to Logic.
yeah, exactly. They just went, oh, okay, sweet, here we go. Passed it over to
Like that
him.
is a multi-million-dollar contract to Logic for him to
Yeah.
stream, and it said that he's going to be streaming weekly. So I don't know if that means one stream a week, or just he at least has to stream once a week. But if he streams only once a week, that's the biggest finesse ever.
Oh, yeah.
Dude could
Yeah.
fucking come on stream and take a shit for 10 minutes
20
and
minutes.
turn it off. Like,
And he'll still get
People
a
would
bunch
be
of subs
dropping
and stuff. Yeah, he'll still be
thousands
getting
of
subs.
dollars on this 10-minute stream. Oh my god.
And minute stream if
People
taking
are
a
so
shit.
stupid. Like, you can appreciate an artist without giving them hundreds or thousands of dollars. Like, if you go to a concert and you pay, like, some tickets are overpriced as hell, but you're paying for like the engineering staff, like all the audio technicians, the people who set it up, the transport, the catering, everything, right? As well as
Mhm.
the band. And then if you're on Twitch, it's like some guy sitting in a room just like playing some game, and you're like, yeah, here's $500.
yeah.
And that man has $14 million already. It's like,
Yeah, at least with the live
oh,
performance, you're actually getting something out of it.
exactly. That's what the other
Yeah,
day
yeah,
I
that's,
said.
that's how I was
When you
exactly.
spend that money, it's a transaction. You are trading for something in return. But by being like, oh, I appreciate you, here's $500,000.
I
And
see
all the
stuff like that on
and all the
Twitter all the
streamer will
time,
say,
dude.
the streamer will
Because
just
of
say,
all
be
the
like,
effort it takes for you to sit down, well, have a shower hopefully first, sit down and hit stream on OBS, and then sit there.
Yeah, and it's different than like donating to, just a normal ass streamer.
Yeah.
Someone that doesn't have an exclusivity deal, because they don't have guaranteed money.
Exactly. Yeah.
But this dude has
7 figures.
multiple millions of dollars guaranteed for him to stream.
This man has 8 figures,
Yeah.
so
It's just so dumb. Like, that's so ridiculous, bro.
I was saying, like, I see stuff like that on Twitter all the time. Like somebody DMs a girl, like, I want to pay you $500. What's your Cash App? And they actually do it. Like, they actually pay him just $500 just because they think they look nice, or they want to treat them to something. Like,
that is either someone that is mentally insane or someone that has just too much money for them to even know what to do with.
or somebody
they
who
just
is
do
just a
that.
very sad person.
Yeah.
Just
That
generally,
too,
like.
yeah.
Okay, let's get off this. Shaffer, you wanted to talk about Jamal Adams.
So yeah, Jamal Adams got traded to the Seahawks today. They got Bradley McDougald, first round pick in 2021 and 2022, and a third round pick in 2021. And New York will send Adams and a fourth round pick for 2022. It's still
is Jamal Adams really worth 2 first-round picks?
That's what I was gonna say. The Jets low key finessed him.
He's a top 5 safety in the league.
What did he do last year?
I don't know.
I mean,
I
yeah, he's a
don't
top 5
watch-
safety, but like, I mean, how old is he right now? He's got to be
think
late
he's-
20s, right?
No,
You don't think so?
Young.
no, bro.
25 at least.
Has
24.
he signed?
24.
I don't think he's signed a long-term deal yet. I think he's still on his rookie contract.
Damn. That's crazy. Yeah, well, the thing is, I don't know how much that's going to affect the Seahawks, because they've already got, like, an insane defense. They've had it for years.
Oh, it's been
So,
better. Like
Yeah.
when they were at the Super Bowl, is obviously better than it is right now because they've lost like Richard Sherman and Bruce Irvin and people like that.
Cam Chancellor.
Where's Cam at?
He retired.
Yes, I think he's done.
What?
He retired
Earl's
years ago.
on
Oh wait,
Um,
yeah, Earl Thomas is at Baltimore. That's what I was thinking. I was
Yeah.
thinking of Earl Thomas.
Yeah.
He's at Baltimore. That's right.
Yeah.
Damn, I wish Jamal Adams would have went to Dallas. You know, they
Ready to go
teased me
8-8
with
again,
with
bro?
Earl Thomas, and then now Jamal Adams doesn't go.
You ready
What
to
were
go
you
8-8
gonna say?
again, bro?
Oh yeah, we gotta at least go 8-8. That's just a guarantee from the Cowboys. They're at least gonna go
And then
8-8.
And then lose their playoff hopes in week 17.
Yeah, or they just lose first round. What else? What else was I gonna say? I had another topic I was gonna talk about, and now I forget it.
I don't know.
You guys talk about football, and I'm like,
Yeah, I mean,
All right.
I think the
well,
Jets
everything
just
else you were talking
franchise-
about, so
I think just the Jets franchise in total is just a shit show. So
yeah.
I guess there's a lot of beef with Le'Veon Bell and Jamal Adams now.
it's
Yeah, because I think Jamal Adams basically recruited Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah, like why else would you go to the Jets
Yeah, and then Jamal Adams
to
ended
play
up
with
leaving.
with
so-
Sam Darnold?
Oh yeah.
That's exactly what he wanted to do.
Oh, have you guys seen that? I don't have TikTok, but I've seen like Bleacher Report repost this. Have you guys seen on TikTok? It's like the Vikings made the the challenge, like catch a pass from
Kirk
Kirk Cousins. The ball's like way away.
That's a
it.
Matt
That was
Stafford
so
pass, honestly.
funny, bro.
Dude, don't hate on Matt Stafford.
Bro, Matt Stafford
seen
has a
people-
fucking cannon, dude. That man in Madden will overthrow any receiver, no matter how
Well,
far they are
No,
down
I think
the
the
field.
only reason that dude has somewhat of a reputation was because he was just throwing the Calvin Johnson,
Yeah.
bro. That
Bro.
dude just
See, he couldn't overthrow Calvin Johnson because he was
Yeah.
jumping in the moon.
Oh.
There's always the meme of Patrick Mahomes. It's like fuck it, Tyreek Hill's down there somewhere. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, that's how fucking Calvin was every time.
that's
Yeah.
exactly what it was, bro.
Bro, you mentioned Madden. How does this dude Rob Gronkowski have a better rating than Lamar Jackson?
Oh my,
I
a
don't-
95
Who
for someone
knows?
that
Who
was out of
knows?
the league?
Was he in the WWE?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the host for WrestleMania, bro.
Bro, put Brock Lesnar
That
back
dude-
in the fucking back in the Madden.
Like Rob Gronkowski already sounds like he has CTE. Like, all right, guys. Like he sounds like he sounds very, very delayed. I will
No.
say delayed. I will be.
Oh my god. All right, guys.
I don't know. Man.
I'm with you there. He just
That was so funny.
that's just so stupid to me.
Dude, I don't understand how he even gets a rating. He's injury prone. He's out for at least half the season every year.
Yeah,
Dude hasn't been in the league for a couple years.
The
like,
last
bro.
Madden, he had that like the knee brace on his elbow. That could
Yeah.
Yes, bro. Yes, bro.
Like his whole arm's covered in a
He
brace.
looks like this dude looks like a cyborg.
Doesn't JJ Watt is like a 98 or something?
Something like that.
Oh yeah, JJ Watt's
Dude, how
insane.
is
He
he a
didn't play
98?
half
This
half
dude hasn't
last year.
played, like, bro.
I think he
Yeah.
played.
I don't understand these ratings.
You
at
guys gonna
all.
get the new Madden?
Hell no.
Fuck
No.
we
Maybe
all
next
just
gen.
said it.
I
my
might get
God.
it next gen, but I'm not getting it on the PS4.
Ooh,
What?
next
Okay.
gen.
There's a thing we could talk about. What the hell is happening with games that are coming out on both consoles, right? Like this generation and next generation.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
a bunch of them this, for example,
Yeah.
will
Game of the year,
shout out to Ghost of Tsushima, game I haven't played yet.
game of the decade.
It it's gonna come out and it's
Game
gonna be
fire, bro.
an upgrade. Hopefully, Last of Us Part 2 does the same thing. Destiny 2 is doing the same thing. It's just you get it for free if you already own it, with all the content you already have, because the content is part of the console family, not that console in particular. But then NBA 2K21, you can buy it on PS4, and then you
And then-
get, and then you can play the PS4 copy on PS5, and it's the PS4 version, or you can buy the whole game again on PS5 when it releases, which is the new version, or you buy an edition of the PS4 version that includes the PS5 version that you get when it releases.
That
That sounds like the
that's
mess of
ridiculous.
the transition of Xbox 360 to Xbox One. Like
Did
I
you
see
buy
you,
it?
I see
20
YouTubers play old Call of Duty games, and it's like, oh, my Xbox One disc of this game isn't working. Let me put in my Xbox 360 disc in, and let me play that. Like, why?
It's so
But
weird.
like when PS4 came out, a few games I know, which would have been 2K14, I think.
They had
and
versions, yeah.
yeah, and Assassin's Creed 4, you could pay
Mm.
$15 and you got the next gen version of it.
Mhm.
But then now it's like, please just set a standard. Like, can Microsoft and Sony just say this is how you do it, not just let the companies choose to release the game again? You
Yeah,
have to
because
pay
it's
full price
it's
for
it's
it.
mostly just these companies just trying to finesse the
Exactly.
new generation of consoles coming out and just
You
make
know how you
money
fix
off
that?
of it.
You don't buy the PS4 game. You just don't buy the game until
Yeah.
it comes out in the next gen,
Yeah.
and then they
Yeah,
get less
'cause
money.
People are
Aw.
saying that there's going to be a new standard for the price of games too, because the next gen 2K is $70 instead of 60. So they're
Okay,
saying
but-
that-
Ubisoft confirmed all of theirs will still be 60.
okay, that's
Oh,
good.
that's
then.
good though.
And I think 2K are just like a bunch of assholes.
Yes,
They
for
don't
sure.
care about making a
Basically.
game, and they care about making the most amount of money possible from the least amount of effort.
Yeah.
So
Ronnie 2K is a clown, bro. That dude's a clown.
Oh, they make their money off of microtransactions too. They make so much money off of that shit, dude.
That's
Yeah,
the only
it's
way they
insane.
make money.
It is
Most of the profit
insane.
anyway. It's straight.
It is it is
they're in the
insane.
black heavy.
Dudes will spend another $100 just to buy more VC to upgrade their player, bro. Like,
Yeah.
it's insane.
So $70 is a
Honestly-
lot for a game, but it's only $10 more. Like if it's
Yeah.
that big of a deal, it's
yeah,
like,
but
bro.
it should be. Honestly, I think it's like, it's weird ethically being able to have microtransactions in a game that gets re-released every year, where all of that doesn't carry over.
Hmm.
Like it's just weird. It's cloudy, and then bunch of countries in the EU started being like, this is gambling with all the loot box stuff,
Yeah.
and EA's like, no, what do you mean?
oh, okay.
There's
It's not that
surprise
Yeah.
mechanics.
Hmm.
I mean, like you know, they would have to increase it to $70 to compensate the development costs going up, but you're already making so much
Yeah,
with it just being 60. The development cost isn't gonna go up that much to where you're gonna go under. Like,
I can't wait for
The game-
2K21 to look exactly the same as 2K20 on the PS4.
yeah,
Like, dude, 2K15 on the PS4, like that was the first 2K I bought for the new console.
hmm
Everything was identical. It was exactly the same.
yeah,
but when they showed the trailer for it at the PS5 event, one of the few PS5 events we've had so far where they've announced nothing besides how the console looks.
yeah.
Yeah.
They
Router, or what's it called? A modem. That's what it is. Looks like a modem.
You're right the first time, but so they showed the little teaser thing for 2K21, and all these guys, of course, like all of them American because nobody anywhere else cares. They're all like, "Well, look at the graphics! Wow!" And it's like you can see the polygons of the sweat, you can see the triangles
Yeah.
on the sweat, and it's like, What are you looking at? Like, it's not that crazy. It's a pre-rendered cutscene with one
Yeah.
character on a basketball court. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the actual like game
That's-
footage at all.
They like overhype the sweat coming off the players like way too much. I swear.
And then
Every
plus,
year,
that-
like,
plus,
dude,
it-
that is
Sweat.
that is every year I hear something about the
Every
sweat,
year.
bro. Every
Every
it's
year.
the weirdest
every
thing to
year
be
they make
excited
it-
about.
Look at the
Every-
sweat. It looks even better than last year.
it wouldn't even look like that in game anyways, because they gotta
Exactly.
they can't make it that high of quality in game.
Unless you're playing with the camera like this.
Yeah.
They have like the head-mounted GoPros facing their own
Yeah.
faces as they walk around in the game.
Yeah.
Oh my
So you don't
God.
actually play basketball. You just run up and down and see beads of sweat run down their face.
Yeah.
I'm ready for that. Could you imagine the beads of sweat? Wow.
Yeah, it would look pretty good.
That's what people buy the game for, not for the gameplay or the graphics. Sweat.
I'm just convinced that it's gonna be
What the
different on
fuck?
next gen. I'm sorry, Thomas. It's gonna be different on next gen for like one game, and then it's just gonna continue just to be the same exact game for like 6
Yeah.
years.
But again,
Like,
like,
They,
yeah,
they,
just
they
forward.
rebuild
Exactly like
everything, they
2K15.
make it look better, and they go, all right, here's our template. Carbon copy.
Yeah,
Carbon
because
copy.
things
carbon
will
copy,
obviously
carbon
look
copy.
better just because of, the improved consoles, but
Yeah, much better.
oh,
much
you
better
know,
control.
from the first game on the new console to the last game on that console, there's not gonna be much of a change. At least with those games, you could say.
Yeah.
How is it about like these communities like EA and like Take-Two and stuff like that? They just don't give a fuck about the community whatsoever. Like they'll
They just
Well,
want to make money.
'cause-
That's what it is. It's just
Well,
business. at
because
that
no
point.
matter what they do, people are still gonna buy it.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's
And
how
it's like
it's been
every
for
year
how
they
many years
break
at this point
records of
now.
how many people buy it too.
It's just crazy. Like, the game can feel like shit to play. They can add all this anti-consumer stuff. They can add the neighborhood, just all this stuff, and then new trailer comes out, and people are like, "I'm so ready for that new NBA 2K game."
Yeah.
Like, to be fair,
That's how it's been like that for how many years at this point? Like,
to be fair, I'm the same with Destiny because I'm a fucking clown. You're like, their trailers are, the production quality on their trailers are phenomenal, and they
I
bring out a
completely
new
agree.
Destiny expansion, and guys, I'm so excited for this new Destiny expansion, and then it comes out, and like the expansion's good, and then the seasonal content that comes along with it is like, wow, this is awful.
yeah,
Yeah.
And
I
then the
feel
new one
that.
comes out, and you're like, I'm ready for the new
Yeah,
one.
Dude, I feel like that. That's why I quit playing. It just got dull. Like, it was just like, all right, like, the expansion, like the stories are cool. I enjoyed playing through the stories, but past that, it's like, it just gets boring after a while. It's the same
Well,
thing.
I think for a lot of people, it's what makes it exciting almost is the potential of it being better. You're like, they're gonna fix that thing that I don't
Yes,
like.
that's
It's gonna be better
always the
this time.
trap. That's always the trap.
And it's not better. Or one thing is, but there's a caveat, and something else is worse. But we're talking about the $70 for games, right? A game I can think of with a very big budget is Mass Effect Andromeda. That game costs, I think, like $40 million for development, not even marketing. That game is hot trash. But there are games with much more cost that were developed over a much longer period of time, but that had money funneled into it for no reason.
Yeah.
But like Fallout 4, this is a very sort of outlier example because this game sold like hotcakes. They sold
Mhm.
12 million copies in 24 hours. That's $750 million.
Jesus Christ.
Like,
That's
and that game was
actually
only in
insane.
active development for 4 years,
Oh my
or
God.
less actually, because they finished the Skyrim DLC in 2012, and then Fallout 4 came out in 2015. So
Who makes Fallout?
Bethesda Game Studios. So Bethesda's the publisher, and then they're owned by ZeniMax, and then it's a whole thing. But they just make money. They release games that make money. It is ridiculous. And then a year later, people were like, oh, "This game sucked. I hated this game. This thing in this game was really bad, and this older game did it better, or this other person did it better." But it's like they're walking away with billions of dollars worth in sales revenue. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, Oh man, I think upping it to $70 is dumb. Ultimately,
Yeah.
If the development cost isn't, if it isn't sort of made up for by the sales, if it's a big AAA game, realistically, you're not spending millions upon millions upon millions of dollars on a smaller game.
Mhm.
And if you're making a big game and it doesn't sell enough for that development cost, then that's too bad. Like that's as much as bad as it is, but like
Yeah.
in Australia, how much over there is it to go and buy a movie ticket for a cinema?
I wouldn't know.
Ridiculous,
I don't go.
ridiculously expensive.
It's expensive. It is.
Two tickets is probably $25 to $30.
Yeah, so over
let's just say
here,
like
if we
10,
want to use
15.
the decent screen, at well, up until recently, at my local cinema, it's now just one of the normal cinemas, like the normal screens, because they made an even bigger one. So it's the same price as the rest of them now, but it was, if you book online, it's a $2 booking fee. It's $24 for one ticket.
For one ticket.
I mean,
Yeah.
that would be cheaper
And
than here because how much in
because
US
of
dollars would that would be?
our
For, like
currency,
fucking
yeah.
$20
But like,
or a little bit less.
that's crazy. You used to be able to see a movie for like $5.
Mm.
Yeah.
And they still don't take risks in the movie industry. Mark, you're frozen for me.
Oh, am I
they
frozen?
yeah, they
Damn it.
they don't take risks because they want to be able to make money back, and making a consumer pay more isn't gonna fix that in gaming because it hasn't fixed it in like entertainment with film. It would
Yeah.
just be the company making more money, and realistically, it's all going to like the shareholders and all the
Mhm.
suits higher up in the company. Like, it doesn't matter about the developers.
Yeah.
Upping it is silly.
Okay. We got very off topic. Like we
Look
just
at the
went all
time,
over the
dude.
place.
Dude, it is late.
We got Shaffer falling asleep here. Let's. I think
Shafe, get up!
we can call
Get
it.
up!
He's just dead back there.
Bro,
Um,
I had a long day.
I guess I can say creativeShoes.com. Obviously, that's just always got to plug it every time. Everyone's socials in the description of the video. Creative Shooters socials. We still have TikTok. It's been 2 weeks since that since that
2 weeks
podcast. We're
strong.
still going strong. I don't think I've uploaded a TikTok in about a month though, so
Still some funny clips.
it's been
though.
great. I got a bunch that I want to do anyways, so I guess if TikTok is still alive, they'll keep coming. But I guess that's
And if it
all I gotta
isn't,
say.
Instagram Reels.
Yep,
There
Instagram
it
Reels
is.
at Creative Shooters. There you go. Find us in the description. There you go. Thank you for tuning in to episode 5 of the Creative Shooters podcast.